Let's talk about emotional release technique and how it can help you. It targets the trigger that created a physical response in your body. So what happens is, let's say you have some kind of fear or phobia to spiders, or something bad happened to you, a traumatic event. Fibro sometimes happens to people that went through a life-changing event, and it goes side by side with PTSD. I call it the seed event, right? When it happens, the body releases chemicals that increase the heart rate to send the blood flow to the places where it's needed. Therefore, we get less flow in some places that is translated into physical symptoms such as muscle spasms or pain. Now, this is like in a nutshell, right? The event happened in the past, but we humans, we are so capable, and our brains are so amazing that we can recreate things just by thinking about them. So when we recreate that seed event, it triggers the same response in the physical body. In the redistribution of the blood flow happens, the palpitation, the tears, only by thinking, only by imagining. We put the body back where all happened and experience the same. So we recreate the muscle spasm, the cramp, the insomnia, the pain. The body learns these responses, and when we are under some kind of stress, such as traffic or somebody screaming at us, or whatever that picture, the spider, whatever that anything that will bring that event back, we can recreate the physical response and the emotion. Emotions are like connectors between the internal and the external worlds. They're being when you've been through such a like traumatic experience, the physical body, the muscle, the joints, the connective tissue are the house of the being. So the emotion that comes out, call it sadness, call it lack of energy, call it frustration, depression, anger. That emotion is that connector between the internal world and the external, the body, right? And the external world, the body allows the person to express it in a different way. So if we find the seed, we can only we can not only release the energy, because energy is never destroyed. We can transform it, we can recycle it, we can transmute it in order to use it for your benefit, for our benefit. We can turn it around and we can bring it back to your body and your mind and your soul to nourish yourself and circulate that energy in a different way, to take you forward and set you free, finally free. The more it is done, the better it feels. So you can go from anger to neutrality, then from neutrality to hopefulness, etc., etc. In my programs, we get together in small groups, and one by one, we identify the emotions, we release the emotions, we recycle, we transmute it with the help of the group. The group energy, where we are all holding the space for each other, it's really beautiful process. I know I say that all my processes are beautiful, but I've seen tremendous breakthroughs and even spontaneous healings, which I know that into the world of traditional medicine, they're not very common, but are possible. I've seen that. It is a process that requires work, right? Because once you do it, eventually you're still living with your own self. You're still living inside your body that has already been trained to a specific response, right? So what you need to do is work through these specific tasks that I give you to make sure that you are also reprogramming the responses of your body. You are programming your mind. You become the master of your body, so your body doesn't rule you, but your body will obey your commands. Mind over matter. We reprogram the mind so the brain doesn't go through the same neural pathway that had been fired again and again, over and over for many years. So picture this. A neural pathway is like a trail on the snow, like a path on the snow. Let's say you have a snow sled, right? And you're on top of a hill, right? And you go down many, many times through the same path. So that path becomes so deep that it's easy for you to go down with very little effort, right? But eventually, if you wish to change direction, you may need to get the sled and redirect it, lift it and redirect it until you can carve another path on the snow, because it will try to go, fall into the old path, the easiest way. So the awareness is very powerful. Changing these patterns is totally possible. It may take more time, and it depends on the person right now, but it's totally doable. It's like an iceberg. You see the tip and it seems small, but when you look down, you discover more and more, and little by little, you can see how the ice can be melted, the ice can be melted, and the more you release, the better you feel, the lighter you feel, and it regardless of how many years you've been suffering, okay? And regardless of how many times they have told you that this condition doesn't have cure, okay? I've been facilitating this process for many women, and I can tell you that it really, really works. And I can tell you that the group energy is amazing to support and hold the space for everyone. Some of my, they're small groups, and some of these people, they become really close, and they can be friends forever, and they can be accountability partners. So please don't hesitate to send me a message to let me know if you want to know more, if you're interested. I know that sometimes it's hard to talk about our feelings. Sometimes it's hard to talk to someone about how we feel, and how long has it been since we've been feeling this way. And especially because most physicians say that fibroid doesn't have a cure. Autoimmune disease, they don't have a cure, but I've seen the changes, and I had patients that I work with that were able to get rid of those symptoms. So don't lose hope. If it resonates with you, send me a message. Join my Facebook group. I have a little closer interaction there. Sometimes I cannot post things in open, so I can do also Facebook lives in there. Post in the comments, how do you feel about the emotions, your emotions? Post for the rest of the people out there. If you believe that your symptoms of fibromyalgia has been triggered by a traumatic event or something that happened in your life, and know that there's always possibility to change for the better, okay? And thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.